Choose any two powers for yourself. Which would you choose? Alright, so first we've got Grimoire Magic, and I say this all the time. I'm not really a fan of random power systems, and that's what Grimoire Magic mostly is. If you go to the tower, you stand there, and if you're lucky, you get like a 3 or 4 clover book. But then you might get a 5 or no clover book, and you might just get a really weak power system. Imagine if you pull Bubble Magic, or Mist Magic, or Dew Magic, as in the thing that comes on plants in the mornings. What are you gonna do? You might as well just pack it up and go home. And it's for that exact same reason I wouldn't want quirks. The quirks are just too random. Imagine your quirk is you have a pipe for a head, or a spray bottle for a head, or you wake up one day and your head is suddenly a TV. You don't have any internet, you're just a TV head guy, and your face is on the screen of the TV. What would you even do? So I can't be moving around like that. Curse energy and Nen would go out for the exact same reason. They're just too low tier. If you're gonna choose a power system, you might as well choose a really powerful one that encompasses others so you can get multiple things. So too weak and just too restrictive. Wouldn't want Cursed by Death because that seems like literal, not Cursed by Death, Returned by Death. That seems like literal torture. I would never want to do that to myself. Now for the last four, the first one is kind of iffy, would be Bankai. It doesn't say spiritual energy or Shikai, it only says Bankai. So if you just slap it a Bankai, that's gonna be pseudo random based on your own soul. And you I guess you need the blade as well, so you might get the blade as well, and you're just gonna get a random Bankai. It doesn't say anything about Shikai or how much spiritual pressure you have, so I'm not gonna risk that. Now you got between Ki and Chakra, and these are both energy systems that are pretty good, but my thing is Chakra seems to be a parasitic type of entity or energy given by the Otsutsukis, and the whole purpose of it is to harvest life on the planet. So chakra to me seems like something that Otsutsukis would have way greater control than you over. So I just wouldn't want to risk it. I'm probably never gonna reach that level of strength, but realistically, I'd rather not be treating like a puppet, to be honest. So I wouldn't want chakra. Now we got Ki, and this is a pretty good option. It scales extremely high, tons of abilities that you can use to it, but you have to learn the abilities. But then again, it's a possibility, so maybe you can teach it to yourself. And really high scaling and relatively easy to use. You don't need to be trained to use Ki. It's just energy. You just shoot it. Obviously, you can make techniques from it and make your energy more dense or bigger or smaller or brighter, not deal as much time. You can do all that thing, so that would take time, but at the end of the day, you can totally just shoot it out of your fist. It doesn't really require that much thinking. So it's really easy to use with really high scaling. And then for the last one, I'd take a stand. I know I'm not really a fan of random powers, but I'd take the risk with a stand. First, so you already have Ki to cover your baseline of everything, so now you can just have fun by having a stand. If you manage to get lucky and pull a really good stand, it'll be really cool. And even the weaker stands kind of have uses. It's not like you can get a useless stand, you just be willing to use it. So that'd be my choice. But let me know what you would choose if you could choose in the comments below.